Broadview area toward Bigbyville, eventually up toward Lebanon Heights and Columbia and Poplar Top. If it holds together, this is a rotating wall cloud you see back behind me here in the small box on the Arctic Air Skycam network. That's the rotation coming up in the general direction of Columbia, Tennessee. So what we're going to do while we have that, we're going to keep that Skycam in the small box, and we're going to bounce back and forth on radar in the larger box with links too. So let's do a storm track on the rotation here with times of arrival, and then we'll go back to Northwest Alabama because we're going to have to give both equal time.
What's the speed on this one? About 40?
About 40-ish,
okay.
So like that. So for this rotation here, Sandy Hook 437, Enterprise at 442, Mount Pleasant 443, Broadview at 449, Bigbyville 452, Poplar Top 453, Lebanon Heights 458, Downtown Columbia 5 o'clock, Fountain Heights 502, and Beech Grove 505. If there's any good thing here is if we happen to have tornadoes with these, instead of us having two tornadoes moving into two immediate metro downtowns, the Colbert County one may stay just south of proper Tuscumbia and Muscle Shoals, but it's going to be close. This rotation, if it happens to drop something, is going to be very close to Columbia as it comes up here close to 5 o'clock. So we're going to have to watch that. Now we'll go back down to Northwest Alabama. Again, in addition to Murray County, Tennessee, we also have tornado warning here in Colbert County, Alabama, in the far southern part of Lauderdale County. By the way, Lawrence County, Tennessee, Lewis County, Tennessee, storm is on past you now. Rotation is on past you. It's solidly in the Murray County. So if you're in northern Lawrence County, southeast Lewis County, Tennessee, you can come out of your shelters because the rotation is on past you. We're in Colbert County with the radar now. This is Viper Live Doppler. We're looking at storm relative velocity, the winds inside the storm. Your broad rotation is here on the south side of Mount Hester. There's multiple little pockets here, so nothing's especially tight, but that's going to come over here toward Barton and Red Rock and Hawk Pride Mountain, and then eventually it's going to skirt the Tennessee River for a little bit, and then it's going to be very close to Tuscumbia, especially on the south side of town, but don't be that specific. Muscle Shoals and Sheffield, it's also going to be very close to you, but all the way as far south as Colbert Heights and Spring Valley and Littleville, be in shelter with a tornado warning all the way over to White Oak Community and Leeton and up to Nitrate City and all the way up to downtown Florence. Be in shelter. We have this tornado warning here for Colbert County and for the far southern part of Lauderdale County in Northwest Alabama. Have you guys seen anything you're looking at with that one?
I really haven't noticed anything kind of off the screen for my
Palmer
stuff.
Said, take the Cherokee camera urgently, please.
All right, we can flip on over. We'll just do that here on links 2. Just keep links 2. We'll just go and take a look at the Cherokee. I do want to quickly make a comment that we talked about this earlier. Once this crosses or gets close to that Tennessee River area, remember, we're looking higher up, so we want to keep that in mind because that's what happened with that last tornado in Muscle Shoals. We thought it was in Florence, and it was actually across the river south.
Yeah.
We just got wind gusts of 48 miles per hour on the Cherokee camera.
Okay, so if we're just gusty winds and looks like some large raindrops, if not some hail there, so we'll come back away from that and back to radar. He made that sound a little more urgently.
Yeah, it did.
So, all right. So, yeah, like Taylor was saying, that situation back in April, again, the radar said the rotation was in Florence. It was actually Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals. So, this far away from the radar, the beam is 5,000 to 5,500 feet above ground. Storms tilt with height with supercells on a day like this. We can't be super specific down to the street because we can get in trouble and put you in danger trying to do that. So, from downtown Florence in this polygon all the way down to Littleville, be in shelter, the entire tornado warning polygon. And as you can see, that runs here from Barton and Woodland and Smithsonian over towards Sheffield, downtown Florence, Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals, over toward the Lakeview area, Nitrate City, Alabama Shores, Ford City, southward through Leeton, White Oak Community, Littleville, Colbert Heights, the Spring Valley area, back to Hawk Pride Mountain, New Bethel, Flatwoods, Newsom Springs, Barton, stay in your tornado shelters until this passes. Drew and the guys noticed some big hail on the Cherokee camera. I fully believe that. We think there could be golf ball size hail or larger falling with this storm, and that's likely from Cherokee to Barton to Woodland. That is going to be most likely to come across the immediate Shoals Metro to Scabbia, Sheffield, Florence, Muscle Shoals. But I want you to treat it like the rotation may be that far north or as far south as Littleville, because we have to give wiggle room for where that rotation may track. So that's the situation there. We do have the couplet trying to tighten up a little bit back toward Barton. So we'll watch that. But again, we don't want to be super specific because of how the radar beam tilts with height. This whole area here of the northern half, much of Colbert County, Alabama, and far southern Lauderdale County, stay in your shelters. I still see that we have the wall cloud on the Campbellsville sky cam, so we'll bounce back to that since we've been covering the storm in the Shoals. And we'll look at that storm coming up on Mount Pleasant.
And the thing's definitely, the wall cloud is really low now. Notice there on the right side.
Okay.
Let me flip over to our live. That's the OHX. Real quick, though, I want to look at the velocity. There's a good little area there.
Right there near Sandy Hook.
And there's our...
A little noisy on ours.
A little noisy on ours. Yeah, Chase is definitely right. A little noisy on ours. Reflectivity, though, that's...
It's where it's supposed to be.
Yep. If there's going to be one, it's going to be right over here.
And we've had storms like this actually produce tornadoes this afternoon. So Sandy Hook to Enterprise up to Mount Pleasant, all the way up to Lebanon Heights and Columbia and Poplar Top. If you haven't already sheltered, shelter now. Small interior room, lowest floors such as a bathroom, hallway, closet, near the center, away from windows of a site-built structure. You have to be out of vehicles. You have to be out of mobile homes as this comes through. So let's get away from the double box for just a moment and let's take links 3 full.
Take that full. That's starting to really rotate a little bit better. That's a funnel that's developing right there on that right side of that wall cloud. So this is a developing tornado on our Campbellsville Arctic Air Skycam network, moving right into the city of Mount Pleasant. If you're in Mount Pleasant, you need to be in your shelter immediately. That's the lowest floor of a site-built structure away from windows. Get as many walls between you and the outside as possible. This is a developing tornado right here. That's a funnel cloud that is starting to hang a little bit below that wall cloud, and it's starting to rotate a lot better.
That's going to go right into downtown Mount Pleasant as it moves.
Yeah.
Probably crossing over New Lawrenceburg Highway, Mount Joey Road as we speak, and then into downtown. So if you're in downtown Mount Pleasant, you need to be, as Taylor said, inside or in your tornado safe place at least. If you're traveling 43, this is rush hour, find a place to pull over, get out of your vehicle, and wait this thing out, because this is a very dangerous storm that we're now looking live on camera with as it enters into Mount Pleasant proper. And
let me call out some streets here. This is going to be South Main Street on the south side of downtown Mount Pleasant. Enterprise Road, that is actually Tennessee Highway 166. That makes its way all the way back down towards the Pulaski area. South Main Street, downtown Mount Pleasant, Glass Street. You've got Wheeler Street, Adams Avenue, Pleasant Street, Haylong Avenue, Olive Street, all those streets in downtown Mount Pleasant. You need to be in your tornado shelter right now. Been called out Mount Joy Road, East Plant Entrance Road on the west side of Highway.
Why do you want to bring back Manhattan?
You see, power equals power.
It's a gentrifying neighborhood. What do you expect?
Right, I'm pointing to it for Taylor off screen. So you've got a couple places on 43 that you can get off the road at and find a stable structure to be in.
And I will say, Fred, the wall cloud's looking a little raggedy again, which is good.
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing that very defined area, that funnel that we saw developing. So hopefully it's kind of weakening just a little bit. We don't know
that it wasn't briefly on the ground when it looked like just a funnel.
Oh, you're right.
We've seen that today.
Yeah, seen that today. That easily could have been on the ground. So we're at the course of least regret, who's to say that it's not still on the ground? And there's still that little lowering right there in the middle of it. So I would go ahead and treat this like a tornado on the ground, potentially moving into Mount Pleasant. So you need to take that very seriously. Again, if we called your streets out, basically all of downtown Mount Pleasant, South Main Street, Dry Creek Road, Enterprise Road, over towards Fiercetown, Porters, Ridley, the campus of Mount Pleasant High School over there on the north side of town, right by Highway 43, if you live over there. Highway 166 north towards the Needmore community, William Springs Road, Hoover Mason Road, Hall
You've got
Road.
a little appendage trying to form up again.
Are we able to, Chase, are we able to zoom in? Yeah. That one might actually have a little bit of a better chance of zooming in and staying focused because there's not a lot of haze. Yeah, exactly. That's going to be able to be zoomed in a lot better. And our updated radar, this is just now crossing Highway 43 with the interchange right there with Mount Joy Road towards that South Main Street area. I called out the Arlington Cemetery. Ben said there's that little gas station that's over there, Jackson Street, Enterprise Road. That's Tennessee Highway 166. That makes its way all the way back down towards Pulaski. There's still a lot of people that live on this south side of Mount Pleasant. And this is what we're watching for with that developing tornado potentially right here from that wall cloud you see here on our Campbellsville camera, our Arctic Air Skycam network. And Fred, this is moving right into the heart of town. So hopefully this thing is not on the ground.
So what we're going to do, because this one seems a touch more urgent than the one in Northwest Alabama, we're going to hold it here for a second longer before we double box. Meteorologist Brett Adair has eyes on the updraft and the rotation down in Colbert County. He notes that it appears that the hail is helping make that mesocyclone outflow dominant at this time. So maybe temporarily reducing the right this second type tornado threat. Still stay in your shelters in Colbert County, Southern Lauderdale County, but it may be like holding it off a few more minutes before it tries.
as a storm moves in. Okay, we're gonna get into that, but we just got a brand new tornado warning too. I just want to see that. Oh, that's going to be up for the northern edge of the storm. Okay, that's for this storm. So that's for this storm. That might be something on the camera there. Can you take the camera full real fast? I just want to see this camera full. Well, I have some scud for sure on it. It's hard to see. But the tornado warning, now they're extending that into Christian and Todd County too, because that's going up north. You can see this. Okay, so let's try to look around and look at this camera here. It's hard to tell. I mean, it looked like something was coming in, but that could have been a rain shaft coming in too. Definitely looks like some scud clouds for sure. You see those clouds kind of hanging down like fingers there. That's not anything you really have to worry about. But you know, that might be something trying to turn in there.
That looks similar to the Murfreesboro cam too, kind of like a front edge cloud.
Yeah, like there might be a shelf cloud with that, but then in the front area, that leading edge part. So what I'm looking at is that in the center of your screen there might be something trying to lower down there. It's hard to tell though. I can't tell. Maybe? No? A little bit? I mean, this storm definitely has spin, put it that way. We know that for sure on the radar. We can tell it has spin. So it's hard to tell on this one. I wonder if the National Weather Service is seeing our live camera right now and seeing what they think about that. But hard to tell because it's off in the distance too. So again, this is our Tennessee Lottery camera in Clarksville. I can't tell if it's spinning at all. Do you see that? Can you tell if it's rotating at all? It looks like it's just going forward, though. Maybe that's a rain.
Yeah, it looks like it's just moving forward.
It just looks like, okay, I can't see it spinning.
That's why, you can't, these rain-wrapped storms, it's so hard to see.
Oh, radar confirmed. Radar confirmed tornado south of Clarksville. We might be catching this right now, guys. Okay, this is serious.
Oh, south of Clarksville?
South of Clarksville. This is south of Clarksville. Radar confirmed tornado south of Clarksville. Hold on, or right in well, no, south.
I think this camera might be looking north.
Okay, well let's try to go point it south if we can. Let's try to find it.
Oh wait, is that? Okay, I just moved it south.
Do you see? Are you seeing it? They're saying it's radar confirmed. Hold on, let me look at the debris tracker here. I'm trying to find. I see something around Clarksville. I don't know if they're, wait, hold on. I'm looking at the debris tracker too. Real quick. I see something west of Clarksville in debris tracker for sure. Let me see. I'm looking at this real quick. They're saying south of Clarksville. South of Clarksville? Oh, south of Clarksville Airport.
Oh,
where's the airport?
Yeah, that's further north. Okay, that's further north. I'll move the camera back north.
Okay, move it.
Because I think I swear I might have saw some just stuff showing up on the camera. We'll see. I'll turn it back north and see what we can see.
All right. Let's do that. Okay, so.
Yeah, look at the winds really picking up.
Okay, folks, if you're in Clarksville by the airport, if you're by the Clarksville airport, we need you in the lowest level, center of a room with no windows now. We've got a confirmed tornado sighted by the Clarksville airport, just south of the Clarksville airport.
Oh, it's getting hard to see now with the rain.
I know, we're not going to see anything, I don't think now. But that might have been it. You might have caught it. That was south of Clarksville. Okay, this is radar confirmed on the ground. We need people to take their tornado precautions. All right, so again, let's get down. That was the Outlaw Airport that I was showing you before. Okay, so folks.
It's really windy though in Clarksville. It just got dark and very windy. You can see on our camera.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, it's probably right in this green area here near Cedar Springs Road. Okay, so folks, here we go. I want to make sure we do this here because I think it's somewhere right in here. I'm looking at the debris tracker just to see, and where the bright green spikes up. Probably right in here. So it's going to be right by, right over 374 by Henry Place, McClarty Road, Hazelwood Road, Trenton Road, Nicole Road, Lupin Drive. It's going to go over Interstate 24 pretty quickly here. I'll circle it for you. It's right in here is where the rotation is, where the tornado is, the confirmed tornado. Hold on. I'm going to do a quick storm track on this one for you guys so you can see this. This is going this way. I mean, this could cross into Southern. That's why they put the tornado warning on it. But this is going into Governor Square Mall. Oh, my gosh, I hope no one's in the mall. 524, Hampton Station, 529, Guthrie, 533. 533. So let me get down again to some street level here. This is not good. This is on the ground. So we need to take this really seriously around the Jackie Lorraine Drive area. Hazelwood Road. This is Montgomery County, near the Clarksville Airport, north of Clarksville, actually the city of it, I should say. But this is moving towards the Todd, I want to make sure I say it, Christian Todd area too. This tornado is right over Apache Way, Peachers Mill Road, Hazelwood Drive, Cardinal Creek Road, McClarty Road, Ringgold Road, Trenton Road, Nicole Road, Man-O-War Boulevard, Isaac Drive, Tylertown Road. So it's going to go over 24. So Friends, if you know anyone going on 24 right where it hugs Christian and Montgomery County, tell them to stop going over it. There's going to be a tornado going over them momentarily.
I just wanted to show you that this is a traffic camera, and that's going to be of Peachers Mill Road. Again, we're going to be looking at this traffic camera of Peachers Mill and 101st. There's also another camera that we have of Peachers Mill and Providence that went down. So that's just something to know that these are really strong storms that are making their way closer to Peachers Mill. Again, that's going to be closer to, I'm pulling this camera up right now for you guys, but my computer keeps skipping over it. So just give me 1 second to get that up. Otherwise, like I said, well, that camera won't pull up right now, but this is coming towards the Clarksville Airport, like Danielle was talking about, and Peachers Mill Road. So that's going to be the Publix that is closer to Peachers Mill Road. You also have the Regal Clarksville Theater over there as well, Griffin CrossFit, Clarksville Speedway, and Fairgrounds. Again, that's going to be the Clarksville Speedway and Fairgrounds. You have Clarksville RV Resort by RJ Journey, Dynamic Tent, the Hookup Auto Detailing, the Whitting Turner Contracting Company, and LG Electronics, Danielle.
Okay,
there is that camera I was talking about. That's Peachers Mill and 101st.
Did you get it? Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's where it's going to be close to. You know, I mean, it is so hard. You know what it is? It's right by the radar. So it's hard to track on radar where this storm is. I mean, at this point where it could be going, I mean, this could be moving right into Kentucky right now because, you know, what I try to track is here's the radar beam. It's right here. So when it happens to get really close, it goes into what we call the cone of silence. Hard to find where the tornado is. So I'm telling you right now, my friends, this is getting closer to the edge of Montgomery County, getting into Todd County. That's Christian County. This is going into Todd County. So just a heads up, folks. Really need you to take your tornado precautions because this was confirmed on the ground just south of the Clarksville Airport. This is by Sage Meadow Lane, Isaac Drive. This is going to be moving into in Todd County, Davenport Lane, Big Pond Road. This is going to be moving towards Chesil Stall Road, Lawson Poindexter Road, Lester Lane, Tylertown Road. This is in Montgomery County now. Foxtail Drive, Current Road, also Merriweather Road. Folks, I mean, this is a serious situation. I mean, this is a tornado that they said confirmed or observed is what we call it in Christian and Todd and also in Montgomery County as well. We've had both of them confirmed, and now we're getting a new one observed. Got a new, we got a tornado warning now. We got to go down south too. So, okay, so let me, we've been observing this one. I want to make sure folks know this is moving into Christian and Todd County, but I got to go down to Murfreesboro here in just a second. But I want to make sure people know this. This is now into southern Kentucky. So Guthrie, it's going to be on top of you in about less than 10 minutes. Haydensville, 535, 538 in Durnville. Trenton, I would take your tornado precautions just to be safe. This bulge, this is the area right in here. That's where the tornado is right now. It's moving in Todd County. So my friends in Todd County, and if you live along the Montgomery Todd County line, get in your safe zone. Lowest level, center of a room with no windows. Do it now because it's an observed tornado on the ground. Now, just as I talk about that, I got to go down real fast because we now have this one for Bedford, Marshall, and Rutherford until 6 p.m. now. So we just got a brand new one. Now, this is Doppler radar indicates. I'm probably going to go back to the other one here because that one's on the ground. But I want to show you, my friends in Chapel Hill, oh, you've already had a funnel cloud at least today, maybe even a tornado. You need to be in your safe spot now. Lowest level, center of a room with no windows. Do it now. It's going towards Christiana, War Trace. Those are some areas. Again, right now, the center of the storm is over in Marshall County, but heading towards Rutherford and Bedford County. So, okay, here we go. Let me go through this real fast. I'm going to just show you there's a little bit of hail with this storm, but here's where the greens and reds are. You can see it right by Chapel Hill right now. So the actual center of circulation, I just want to make sure that lines up. Yep, that's where it would be. So it's going to be right in this area here, right by Chapel Hill. It's right by Highway 99, where the possible rotation would be. This is 99, Highway 99. There's Highway 31A. There's Chapel Hill. Greens, winds going to the radar. Reds, winds going away. When you see them touching like that, that's where the rotation is. So that's why there's a tornado warning on this one. So Chapel Hill, Unionville, I would start taking your tornado precautions. Lowest level, center of a room with no windows. And real quick in Marshall County, if you guys want to find me some landmarks, that'd be great too. In Marshall County, I want you to be taking your tornado precautions in Caney Springs Road, Smiley Road, Chapel Hill, downtown Chapel Hill. You've got to take your tornado precautions now. Patterson Cemetery Road, Ezell Road, Hurt Road, Stevens Road, Winds Crossing Road. If I'm saying your street name, folks, and you are in Marshall County right now, you need to take those tornado precautions right now. Right now, I'm telling you, bathroom, basement, put the helmet on, do it now. Unionville Road, it's going to be going towards Eagleville Pike, Mount Vernon Road, Beasley Road, and then it actually would cross over, so it's going to probably clip Union, the way it looks on this rotation. It might clip Union, go up towards Christiana, and even may clip Eagleville. So my friends in Eagleville, oh, we just got a new tornado warning. That's for Robertson and Montgomery County, again, too, which I'll get to that in just a second here, because that's the one that was observed. But now they're saying it's Doppler radar indicated. There's probably some stuff behind it. So hold on. I'll get to that in just a second. But I want to do this. And guys, if you can, somebody can get me some landmarks for this one that's going into Chapel Hill. This is going to be over Unionville at 534. Chapel Hill, take those tornado. Okay. Chapel Hill, take your tornado precautions. Lowest level, center of a room with no windows. Don't stop. Just go right now. Longview, 539. Long Meadow, 542. Midland, 543, Fosterville, 548, Christiana, 550, Gum, 556, Bradyville, 607, Curly, 609. Alex, you've got some landmarks. Let's talk about them.
Yeah. So that tightest part, the strongest part of the storm is moving from Chapel Hill area over towards Christiana. So there is some landmarks there. There's a lot of fields, a lot of roads. There's Unionville Road. There's Cedar Grove Church is just to the east of Chapel Hill. There's a subway in downtown Chapel Hill. Then you go to Unionville along Unionville Chapel Hill Road. And there's south of Nashville. It looks like it's Airbnb or some kind of bed and breakfast like that. There's a Dollar General to the south of Unionville. I think this storm, probably the worst part of it at least, will be impacting areas north of Unionville. There's Nash Family Creamery, so an ice cream place there. It looks like there's a large kind of chicken farm on Highway 41 or alternate Highway 41. Then if you go a little bit further north, there's Rover Baptist Church. There's HHH Services. There's Maxwell Cemetery. That's along Coopertown Road. There's Baptist Church Road, which is where Rover Baptist Church is on. And again, this is between Chapel Hill and Midland. And as we continue moving to the east, just to the west of Christiana, southwest, there's Midland, and there's Journey of Hope Midland Church. There's Smotherman Cemetery, Davis Cemetery. If you zoom into downtown Midland, if you live in Midland, you need to be sheltering immediately in your tornado safe place. There's Midland Market and Deli, Journey of Hope, Midland Church, Midland Baptist Church, Rutherford County Fire Rescue Station number 65. If you know where that is, you need to be sheltering immediately. Long Meadow Airstrip, that's a small grass airstrip there in Midland, and eventually you'll get to Highway 231. And that's where Midland Trailer Sales and Services. We have Williams Nursery, Holton Concrete Products, SRM Concrete, Altman Roofing, 5 Points Production Service, and that's as you get closer and closer to I-24, which is closer to Christiania. So all the way from Chapel Hill to Unionville to Midland, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. There are a lot of roads, a lot of houses in that area, so this is a pretty serious storm. I've been keeping an eye on the rotation, and it definitely is there and not showing any signs of weakening.
I know, and I was just looking at that while you were talking, Alex, and thanks for giving those landmarks. We've got Alex Libby and Shelby Mack with me. Shelby's having a long day, but we appreciate her being with us. But I got to tell you this right now. We've been tracking the storm, and I was looking at the hail core's pretty bad over Chapel Hill right now. But then on top of that, you've got the reds and greens, right, which is the rotation that you look for. And then we got a little bit of debris kind of showing up. Now, this could possibly be the hail kind of too popping up on this, but you know, I wouldn't let your guard down if you're in Chapel Hill. If you're in Chapel Hill right now, I hope you're in your basement, your bathroom, lowest level. Don't go up, go down, put the helmet on, do it now. This is, yeah.
Got what looks to be a debris signature to the east of Clarksville along Highway 76, Sango School Road. So in the Sango neighborhood of Clarksville, you know, that's to the southeast. You have this debris. I'll circle it right now.
Go ahead, show it on Max 2.
That's showing on Max 2. This is debris right here. This would be a debris signature. It matches up perfectly with the rotation. So likely tornado on the ground. This is in the Sango neighborhood east of Clarksville. So if you are near I-24, Sango School Road is one of those roads right there. That is likely a tornado on the ground. There's the most recent scan. It's still showing that
yeah,
drop.
bumped up and it's still doing it. Yep. No, Alex is right. Alex is right. You need, this is serious now in this area. Alex found the debris. So there's debris here. Let's go into this. Let's go into streets here. Shelbs, if you can find some landmarks too for this too, let's get into it. I'm going to follow the debris and I'm going to tell you exactly where this is. So we are up in Montgomery County now. We are up in Montgomery County near Rawson Road, Trough Springs Road. We're actually right over, the debris is being lofted near Drake Road. This just went over Interstate 24, so someone's going to hear about this. It's 5:31 at night. Folks, I know folks are driving right now. This is a dangerous situation. There is where that debris would be, right over Drake Road. This is in Montgomery County now, near the Sango area, like he said. There's Gun Road. There's Old Clark Springfield Road. That's 31A right there that it's going to be going over. It's going to also be near, and I'm just going to take it out into time because it was going, and if I kind of put it back in motion, you'll see it kind of pops up, right? It pops up there, and that does line up with the rotation and also the bulge in the radar. If you look at the rotation here, this is what we look for, the greens and reds right in here. So that is what we're watching for, and we are going to be tracking, and we're going to be going towards, again, Adams, Barron's Plains. Just so you guys know, you need to take your tornado precautions. Stroudville, you've got 2 minutes to get down to the lowest level center of a room. Do it now. We found debris on the debris tracker. Alex found debris on the debris tracker, so we need to take the tornado precautions. Adams, 541, Cedar Hill, 544, Kinney's 547, Springfield 549, Barron Plains 551, Youngville 557, and Lamont 603. And we've got some points of interest. So go ahead, Shelby, you want to jump in and do some points of interest real quick for this one?
Yeah, Danielle. So this is going to be getting closer to Joe's Bar, running parallel to Highway 76. You're getting closer to Old Grants Chapel Methodist Church, the Ruby Cora. That's where I did a tiny town before. So this is getting closer to, again, Highway 76, getting close to Old Clarksville Springs Road, getting closer to Ford Road. It's getting to a place where there's less landmarks, but it's also going to continue to get closer to Port Royal. So this includes the Port Royal Cemetery and Port Royal United Methodist Church. This is a very serious situation. You need to be down in your safe place. If you're in Port Royal, this is going to be getting closer to Benevolent Lodge Cemetery as well, getting closer to Port Royal Road. It's also going to get closer to Port Royal State Historic Park. So there's a lot of different venues over in Port Royal. You need to be down in your safe place. And this is also getting closer to Run Amok Outfitters in Port Royal at the Trail of Tears trailhead as well, Danielle.
Okay, and I will say on the latest scan, looks a little weaker, but still could be there. I mean, when it went through the Sango area, there was debris on the tracker. That was just a couple minutes ago. This was at 5:29, so 4 minutes ago. You still see, though, there's still a little bit up there, so this could still be on the ground. And the National Weather Service did confirm they saw that, too. This, again, is right now where the possible tornado on the ground, which we probably was on the ground at least, or it may still be on it, is now on the east side of Interstate 24. This is Montgomery County. There's 76. There's 31A. This is the area of where there possibly is some debris. That is going to be going up. Now it looks like it may have just disappeared. So it may have just pulled back a little bit. All right, we're going to watch. I'm going to look at that real quick. But again, this is going towards, it's still got rotation on it right in here. It's still going towards Adams, Cedar Hill, Barron Plains. It's a tornado warning. We've got the Todd County one, but the one down here is for Montgomery and Robertson until 6 o'clock. It's for this line of storms you see right here. We're watching the debris on it, and you'll see it kind of pops up and then pops back down. So it may not be on the ground anymore, but we're still going to have to watch this and track this seriously because this is a serious situation. Moving towards Cedar Hill, you're in for it next. Or Linda, too. I mean, this is going into Robertson County. So we've got this one here. This is going to be into Adams at 5:38. It's 5:35 now in the afternoon. You've got 3 minutes to take those tornado precautions. Lowest level, center of a room with no windows. Cedar Hill, 541. Kinney's, 545. Springfield, 547. You'll see it in Youngville at 555. Milldale, 559. Cross Plains, 603. And 609, it'll be in Hanleyton. So we're watching that one as well. We've got a lot of storms out there. Let's just put it that way. So we've got the tornado warnings up this way for Montgomery County and into Todd County. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings. And then we've got the tornado warning down on our southern stream of our storms, too. So, it's kind of like the whole line at this point is basically severe or tornado warned. We've got some from Bowling Green back through Montgomery and Robertson. Also in Todd County, you've got the tornado warning. Then we've got some back as we pull away. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings that now are for Cheatham, Davidson, Robertson, and Sumner until 6:45. So that's the line. Then we got this one down here. And this one in particular is for Cannon, Davidson, Rutherford, Williamson, and Wilson. ping pong ball size hail or graders in this one, by the way. And then we've got down here the Doppler radar indicated one over Chapel Hill. Now this is moving into Eagleville, so this would be moving into Rutherford County, this tornado warned storm. Now looking at the greens, there's definitely going to be some strong winds in this storm, regardless if there's a tornado. That bright red is indicating some strong winds. There's definitely some hail with it, but you do see greens and reds near each other. Now I'm looking at the debris tracker just to see. I'm not seeing much on that one down there, but we are going to be tracking these, all of these, because all these storms are heading your way and heading your way quickly. So this one, if it continues, the Doppler radar indicated tornado warning down to the south would be in Longview in about 3 minutes. Decent 5:45, Christiana 5:50, Plainview 5:54. It'll be in Gosberg 6:02, Curly 6:09, Woodbury 6:17, and then Centertown, you would see this at about 6:25. Tornado warned storm, Doppler radar indicated, but watching it carefully because like we just saw in Montgomery County, these storms can jump up, drop down, and quickly do destruction. Now this one that was at one point tagged destructive now has wind gusts for 60 miles an hour and also some bigger hail for Cannon, Davidson, Rutherford, Williamson, and Wilson counties. That's over Walter Hill, Las Casas area, going towards Auburntown. But unfortunately, guys, as this continues east, guess where it's going? It's going over to the higher elevations. And on the higher elevations, they haven't had storms just yet. So all this activity you see right here moving through Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky, and all these storms are severe thunderstorm warned or tornado warned. We have the tornado warning up in Montgomery County, tornado warning down over in Rutherford County and into Todd County. Everything else is severe thunderstorm warned, and all this activity has to shift east. And in this area, it's rebounded too. It's warm, it's unstable. So that means these storms will continue to strengthen and hold together as they move across our area. So what we're saying is do not let your guard down this evening, especially because the sun's going to be setting soon and then it's going to be nighttime and you won't be able to see the storms. But even when these storms come over you, they have such heavy rain with them that you're not going to see the possible tornado if it is happening. And one thing I just want to see, they flashed this real quick and then I'm going to send it over to Shelby because she's got a tour she's going to do. This one is now, okay, so good news is for the Robertson County one that was over in Montgomery County, they have dropped it down to Doppler radar indicated. So remember how we saw Alex mentioned that debris, and that debris popped up on the debris tracker. So there was probably a tornado that dropped down around Sango, and then it kind of popped back up. Now it's still Doppler radar. It's still in effect. You still got to take your tornado precautions in Barren Plains, Adams, Springfield, and Orlinda and Cross Plains, but it's Doppler radar indicated. So that's some good news. At least it's still not on the ground. Okay, Shelby, you've got a tour you want to do for us real quick?
Yeah, Danielle. So just a quick look at Antioch right now. I mean, there is still such heavy rain making its way over I-24. People are still trying to get home. There is such slow traffic there as well. Visibility is a little bit better than it was earlier, but still not a good idea to head home from work if you're still trying to wait this out. Otherwise, as we look across the rest of the mid-state, Danielle just showed you this larger picture, but you can see that we still have 2 active tornado warnings, lots of lightning, and quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings on the leading edge of this system. So as I turn the lightning off, you can kind of see these outlines a little bit better. We have this one tornado warning that's going to be making its way south of Murfreesboro through Rutherford County. And then we also have this other tornado warning. This one is going to be up closer to Clarksville near the Tennessee and Kentucky line. It is now making its exit out of Clarksville, as you can see with that last scan of the radar. Now, we're still going to stay with this tornado warning for Bedford, Marshall, and Rutherford County until 6 p.m. You can see that it looks like this is starting to fall apart just a little bit, but we still have those greens and reds touching, meaning that there is still some rotation